Welcome to Handukano Craft. Today I will show you how I restored this retro dreadnought using cardboard. I found this Space Marines dreadnought in a toy market recently. The feet, the backpack and the left arm were missing as well as a proper base. When I was a kid, I was so impressed with dreadnoughts. They were big, they looked powerful and awesome, but sadly the price was just too high for a 12-year-old like me. This one was incomplete, but after thinking about it, I decided to buy the guy to make some terrain for Stargrave. I managed to get it for just €3 after all. On the way home, I started to think about what could I do with it. A bomb crater with destroyed dreadnought? Or should it be a buried corpse under debris? In the end, I thought I could buy the parts online and build a proper one. But the prices were very high, especially adding shipping. It would have been better just to buy a completed one. So I thought I would give it a go and build the missing parts myself. I used double corrugated cardboard to make the left weapon. I found that the width was similar to the right cannons, so I just drew and cut the shape eyeballing it until it was close enough. That was a template. Once I was happy with it, I used it to cut the final bit that I would use. Do you like what you see? Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. In the end, I used thicker cardboard. I think that it would have been better to use that slightly thinner cardboard, but I like the end result, so that's fine. Now I am cutting that shape, and I like not to use a lot of strength with my cuts. I prefer to go slowly because in my experience the cuts are a lot cleaner. This is the way. When cutting small corners on cardboard, I prefer the X-Acto knife. I did the same with my sci-fi doors. Check the video if you would like to make some for yourself. I used my hand drill, but really you can use a pencil or a pen or anything really. And then I used cereal box cardstock to apply on both sides. That will add rigidity, sturdiness to that weapon. Then, just like Wylock with his tiles, I applied some cladding to hide that corrugation. It was tricky to keep it tight. You know that I don't like hot glue, so there you go. I'm using PVA instead. Just hold it for a few minutes and it will be fine. And I wanted to use some super glue, but damn, my bottle got dry. I didn't have any more super glue. So I tried to fix it with a toothpick, and it didn't work. And I tried the X-Acto knife and cutting the tube, but it didn't work. At the beginning, my idea was to recreate one of those missile launchers. But then I chose to have a cannon. For that, I glued a tube from an acrylic cock thingo. In here, I was adding some details to that weapon. I used cardstock for metal panels and chipboard to make that box that contains complex mechanisms to make that cannon work. Thinned PVA glue, it's a good way to make those little pieces to stick. And I used the X-Acto knife to make an illusion of bolts on that metal panel. In that corner is where the two ends of the cladding ended, so I decided to hide it with some detail. When I am playing, I don't like to be scared of breaking my terrain and minis, so I like sturdy builds. For that, I pinned the cannon with a paper clip. You won't believe it, but I bought another super glue bottle, a new one, and when I tried to use it for the first time, it was already dry. But in the end, I just ordered one online and it was all good. In the end, I decided to get rid of the cannon and install a powerful drill. For that, I used just a screw. And I used some epoxy putty to add more detail. To make the backpack or jetpack or whatever the thing is, I cut two pieces of chipboard to cover the hole. I continued gluing with super glue and bicarb soda those three screw plugs. They will be exhaust pipes. I glued a sprue there. And I used some epoxy putty to finish off that backpack. For the feet, I just cut and shaped some sprue. I used epoxy to hide the sprue and make a stronger bond. In this case, I used a cardboard base that I made some time ago. If you are interested in a tutorial to make one yourself, let me know in the comments. I added a lot of things to this one: cork, acrylic caulk, sand, texture paint, 3 skulls casted from the original and new Hero Quest, and bicarb soda. Oh, and granny grating. I soaked all the parts in 96 degrees alcohol. As you can see, the primer is not gone, but that's not a problem for me. I primed with grey and painted the whole model black. Hazard stripes, so everyone knows you are really dangerous. And pink, because pink is for tough guys. And the glamour shots, because I lost the rest of the footage. But I tell you, I used dry brushing, I used speed paints, I used do-it-yourself pigments, and weathering using a stippling motion. Remember, be nice!